Hello my friends and welcome to Paulina Art. Today we're going to be doing this beautiful and interesting composition of the water, the moon, some bats flying around, a tree and a wolf howling at the moon. I'm going to attach a link on the description down below so you can download the pattern for this painting for free. If you would like to see how I did this painting, stay with me and let's paint together. Today I'm working on oil and acrylic paper and I have it taped with painter's tape into my wooden easel. It's taped from behind so the paper doesn't curl with the paint. And I've also cut a circle out of my painter's tape to cover the area where the moon is going. Now to start this painting is very simple. I've divided the paper in half. My sky is going to be in this area and my water is going to be at the bottom. And right about the center, I have placed the circle that is going to be the moon. On my palette, I have black, my 3 different blues, and my white. And I'm going to be using a large filbert brush. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up a little bit of my gel medium, my blending gel, and I'm going to apply a coat of that to the area where the sky is going to be. This is going to help the paint to flow easier. I'm going to mix a little bit of my black with my darkest blue, which is ink blue. And that's the first color I'm going to apply. And then applying my darkest blue, which is ink spot. Then I'm going to apply the next blue, which is true blue. And then my Look at Me blue. Then I'm going to mix a little bit of white with the Look at Me blue, just to have the lightest color in here. The filbert brush doesn't leave ridges like a flat brush would. And I'm going to work a little bit more on my sky, just to make sure I have the gradient of colors that I want. For the water, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to apply first some of my gel medium, just to make sure the paint is going to flow well, to create the gradient color that I'm looking for. For the water, I'm going to use Look at Me blue, purple, and white. I want the water to be a little bit different than the sky. That's why I'm adding a little bit of purple. And I'm going to start with the darkest color at the back, just to create a sense of depth. And lighter at the bottom, I mix it with a little bit of white. Okay, we're going to wait for this to dry a little bit. I am going now to remove the painter's tape. The area where my moon is, as you can see, is not perfectly rounded. That's okay. I'm going to go with a smaller filbert brush, and I'm going to paint where the moon is, and I'm going to try to round the edges a little bit. The paint is a little bit wet, and that's okay, because I can blend it a little bit with my white. We can add a little bit of some purpley blue in some areas, because we know the moon has some colors like that. I'm going to let this dry for a few minutes. While my moon is drying, I'm going to pick up a little bit of black with a smaller filbert brush, and I'm going to start creating the effect of trees at the back just by pressing my brush like this and adding a little bit of reflection on the water of the trees. To create the effect of trees, the only thing I did was just tap like this with your brush without overdoing it. I want to see a little bit through some of the blue to create the effect that there's bushes and trees. Now while this dries, I'm going to start, the moon is almost dry, so I'm going to start making some nice clouds. I'm going to start with some Licorice and True Blue, and I'm going to start painting some clouds just with my smaller filbert brush. The key is to have blending gel on your brush so it flows nicely. And I'm going to pick up some lighter blue and do some lighter clouds around here. With the same brush, I'm going to add some shadows from the clouds into the water because the clouds add shadows in the water as well. So I'm mixing a little bit of the purple with my black. And I'm going to add some reflection of the clouds in the water. Once I'm happy with the water, the reflection from the clouds, I'm going to add the fun part, which is going to be reflections from the moon. And I'm using the same angle brush with some white and a little bit of vintage white. Now I'm going to start adding some reflections in here in the water. Trying to create a little bit of movement in the water. I'm also going to add a little bit on the shore here. Where the trees are. Okay, my friends, I've waited for the paint to dry. And now I have aligned the moon, and I'm going to go ahead and trace the rest of my painting, the tree, the wolf, the shoreline, and these little bats flying around the moon. I have traced the rest of my drawing, and I'm going to start doing the bottom, this part here, with my smaller filbert brush. I'm just going to create the effect of bushes in here too. With a round brush, I'm going to start creating my tree in here. With my liner brush, I'm going to start adding just the thin little branches of the tree. Anywhere where you think they will look pretty. With the same round brush that we did the tree, we can add some bushes in here, some grass growing. With my liner brush, I'm going to add some branches up here. While I still have the painting on my easel, I'm going to add some light. I'm going to add a little bit of light to the tree as if the moon was reflecting on the tree. And last but not least, I'm going to start by doing the little bats. If you prefer, you can start by doing the wolf. I'm going to paint 3 bats. You can do 1 or none, whatever you like. They don't have to be perfect, just the illusion that there's some little critters flying up here. And the best for last, our beautiful wolf. I'm going to start by tracing the wolf first, and then I'm going to paint the inside of his body. Okay, my friends, I finished the wolf. The painting is done. I was able to find a frame downstairs, and because this was done on acrylic paper, I was easily able to frame my painting. I have removed the glass so there's not a lot of reflection from the camera into the painting. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoy painting it. If you like this video, please give it a like, comment below, share with your friends, and subscribe to my channel if you don't want to miss any future content from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.